Math Made Easy with Bonola Mutong. Today we are multiplying and dividing rational expressions. The lesson objective is to simplify rational expressions. So we are going to simplify rational expressions and simplify complex fractions. The word that you need to know for today's lesson is rational expressions and complex fractions. So by the end of this lesson, you should know what is a rational expression and what is a complex fraction. Okay, let's start with the key concept. Basically, we remember from grade 1 that when we multiply two fractions or when we simplify one fraction, then we need to find the factors, the common factor between the numerator and the denominator, and then cancel the denominator. A lot of people don't do that now because we use calculators to just divide. Like for instance, here we are given 8 divided by 12. People simply just put it in the calculator and they get 2/3. But if you were to find a common factor, you will say, what are factors of 8? And you say it's 2 and 4. Factors of 12, it's 12 and 4. And therefore, you would cancel 4 and 4. Okay? Now, this is a rational expression. Why do we call it a rational expression? It's because, first of all, it's a fraction. And also, we have variables. Okay? So, we have polynomial divided by another polynomial. So, we call this rational expressions. So, when we factorize this fraction, we find the factors x minus 3 and x minus 1. And then we have x minus 5 and x minus 1. So we can see that the top one has a rational, has a factor of x minus 1. And the bottom one is also a factor of x minus 1. So we can just simply cancel the 2 and be left with this as our final answer. Okay, so this is me introducing the key concept. Now let's go to the example and see if we can be able to do it. Okay, looking at this, we need to factorize the top fully and factorize the bottom fully. Okay, so we will have 5x. Okay, we'll factorize this expression. If you are using a Casio, then you can simply press mode 5, then you press 3, then you put your equation, then you can get your factors. Okay, so you'll put 1, 4, and 3, then it will factorize it for you. So our factors will be 3 and 1, and it will be plus and plus. If you want me to show you how to factorize, please let me know in the comments, and then I'll make a video on how to factorize polynomials. Okay, then we have x minus 6. X minus 6. There's nothing we can do with it because it is factorized already. And then this is a difference of 2 squares. Okay, so difference of 2 squares, it's x plus 3. And then x minus 3. So looking at this, we can simply cancel, change my pen color. We can cancel plus 3 from the denominator and the numerator, and we are left with 5x x plus 1 divided by x minus 6. So this is your final answer. Okay, now take your time and do this example and the next example. You can pause the video like we always do. Pause the video for a few minutes and then try the example, then come back and check your answer. All right, so here we will have Now we have 4x here. You leave it like that. Y minus 3, there's nothing we can do at the top. So we have 4y minus 3, y plus 4. And then at the bottom, we have y, but we can factorize our quadratic expression here. So we will have y and y. Then we have factors of 6, which is 3 and 2. The highest sign is negative, so we put negative here and positive here. So we will start cancelling. Okay, I'll use a blue pen to cancel again. So y minus 3, y minus 3 will cancel. And then the y here will cancel y here. So our final answer will be 4y plus 4. And then this will be divided by y plus 2. So that's all. Okay, let me fix my 2 here. So this is 2. Cool. Right, I hope you also got the same answer. Now let's look at the second one. Here we have 2z. And then z, let me use this so that you can see my z, plus 5. Now here we have a quadratic. We are going to factorize the quadratic. It will be z and z. Okay. Factors of 8, that will give us 2. It will be 4 and 2. The biggest number or the sign of the biggest number will be plus, then minus. Okay. If you don't know how to do this, just press mode in your calculator, mode. Then you choose 5 for the equation. Then you choose 5, 3. Then you put 1. You put 2. Then you put minus 8. Then you will get your factors straight from the calculator. I will do a video of my calculator where I show you how to factorize using a calculator. So this will be z minus 1, z plus 5, z minus 2. Okay, let me just make my z different from my 2. Now, we have factorized. We need to cancel now. Open. So we cancel this, cancel that, and this cancels that. And then we are left with red pen 2 z, and then z plus 4 divided by z minus 1. Okay? Right. Now, we have a multiple choice question here. It says use elimination. And it says for what values is this expression undefined? We know that when we have an expression divided by 0 will be undefined. So we want to know if A or B or C or D will give us 0. So simply I will test by saying that if I will look at the denominator because the denominator is the one that's going to give me the answer. So I'll focus on the denominator only. 4x, and then I will expand it or factorize x. Factors of 8, that will give me 6. It's 4 and 2. And we have plus, that means both our signs is plus and plus. Okay? So now, if I put minus 2 here, let me start here. If I put minus 2 here, then it's going to give me 0. And if I multiply the whole thing by 0, it will be 0. That means we divide our fraction by 0 and it will be undefined. So it works. Minus 4 also works. The second one, b, does not work because we have 7. And here we see that we don't have 7 in our expression. So 7 does not give us 0. But also here we can see that we still have, so b and d are eliminated because they have 7. And 7 does not affect our expression. Okay? But if we put 0 at 4, immediately it will multiply everything by 0. And if it multiplies everything by 0, then our expression will be undefined. So in this case, our factors are 0, minus 2, and minus 4. So our answer is C. Hope you understand. Okay, cool. Now try this one quickly using the same approach.